Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be discussing another topic in Spotfire. So we have been working on Spotfire for creating our reports, dashboards and a lot. So this helps us to create like a dynamic reporting capabilities so that we can help our business to take better decisions at much faster pace. So that's what we are going to see, and we're going to check out some kind of requirements. Basically, you might have seen a requirement where you have to provide a drop down where you will have these options, let's say option A, B, C and D, but sometimes users want to see an all option. So that we are going to check it today. So normally what happens, like when we are working on that kind of functionality, we use the drop down none option. So select none as all option basically, but there were few hacks, there were few options through some javascripts and all, using which we used to convert the none option to all option. But that also doesn't work if you're working on a higher end version of Spotfire. So you're not having any kind of solution on that. There might be some coding or some other solutions, but we will check out a very good solution which is without any scripts and it's very easy. So we'll check it out, that one. So let's say I will convert this table to a visualization, a bar chart. So this is just a data, orders data, what I have here, and it's connected to SQL Server. So I'll just say switch visualization to a bar chart, and here we have all these values and all that. You can just use any of these. Okay, and here I can just bring up sales. Here I have the sales. Now what I'll do, I'll just say Control T, which is nothing but the short key for the text area. I'll bring my text area on the top so that you can easily check it out what we are doing. Now I want to do a drop down. So let's say edit text area, say select, let's say I will say region. Okay, so select region. I'll say okay, a drop down, that is nothing but a property control, which we have already seen in our previous sessions to how to work on property controls, document property controls. So there are 7 different types of controls: label, input field, multiple lines, drop down list box, multi-select and slider. So I'll be using a drop down here because my users want to see a drop down with options of all the regions along with all. So here I'll just create a document property. I'll say region, and it will be a string data type. Obviously I can put any value here if I want, otherwise I can leave it as empty. Here you can put some description that this property is created for this and all. It's your choice. I'll just say okay. So this property is created. Now what I'll do, I'll just use unique values in a column. So I'll say unique values in a column, and I will say I'll have this option called region and say central, east, south and west. So this way what will happen, I will get a drop down which will have central, east, south and west. But what if my users want to see all option? So what I have to do for that, I have to use this include null alternative. Okay, alternative. So here you see that like I have selected this, say okay, and I can just save this, and what it will give, it will give me, so here you will get none alternative. So yeah, we got this. So here you see when I will select none, it means I can make a expression which will say that when I select none, which means nothing but it's nothing but null. Okay, when I will select none, it means all these 4 values will be selected. Okay, in lower end versions, what we used to do, we used to use a JavaScript code using which we used to convert this none to all. So what we used to do, we used to convert, say none, and I will used to say all, or whatever custom text which you want to say. So let's say select all or whatever you used to do, but that code doesn't work nowadays, and you're left with the same option. I have used many reports where I was showing none. So what I used to do then, people used to say, or users used to come back to me and ask me that I don't like this none, can you replace it with all option or something like that. So what I got a new solution. What I did, it's a very easy option. Basically you have to just use a different method, different approach to get this kind of solution. So that's what we have to always keep on doing. So sometimes we get stuck. Yes, we all get stuck in some kind of scenarios where we don't have the solution on the first go, but we should keep on looking for some kind of workarounds so that we can help, and we can help ourselves and bring up the kind of functionality what users are expecting. So what I'll do, I'll just have this option here. So what I'll do here is, so I have this thing. Okay, so I'll just load the same table again for this purpose. What I'll do, I'll just load a same table again, and I'll say connect to. Okay, I'll connect to my SQL server. This is the connection which I have used. I'll use the same table. Let me just connect to my SQL server. I'll say new connection or whatever like you have, just to show you. I have this training database, so say okay, and I have this table here, say orders. So this way I got all these columns. Actually what I need, I just need one column. I just need one column. So what I'll do, I'll remove all these columns. So what I'm doing, I'm just duplicating the same table again. So that way what we'll be having, if you give fixed values and all, then your options, this drop down will not have the values changing automatically. But using this way, you will have all the values changing automatically whenever your region changes, or you get more regions, 5 regions, 10 regions. This value keep on changing automatically. So that will be dynamic. So that's one of the reasons why we are doing it. So you can keep it as external, okay, or internal. It's your choice. You want to say import or say external, it's your choice. I will say, let's say import, say okay, or transform data. Before importing, what I want to do, I just want to use a pivot option here, say insert, so that I will not load around 10,000, 20,000, 1 million records. What I'll do, I'll just load only the unique values of that table. So I have these 3 unique values, basically central, west, and east. Okay, whatever values are there, I'll just say okay, pivot, say okay, say okay. Now I got these 4 values. Basically these, I have 3 values. If I go to the data canvas, I have this table orders 2, which is having 4 different region values. Now what I have to do here is, you got this value. So here inside this, just say add rows. So this is the second table which I have loaded. I can rename it as orders for all options, so that it can be easily identified. Okay, say okay. Now what I need to do, I need to bring another option here which will say all. Okay, but we don't have that in our data. So what I'll do, I'll just use the add rows option. Under add rows option, I will say other, because that will be our single row, single value. So I'll say paste from clipboard. So there is no data. So what I'll do, I'll create that into my text itself. Okay, so I'll say region, and I will say all, or whatever name you want to give, it's your choice. So just copy these 2. Okay, just copy this, say copy from clipboard. So here you got, so the name row is your region and data row is all. Say okay. Okay, and just say transform. There is no need to transform here. Say okay, and here you are. So this way what happened, you got this origin of data and all that. We don't need this. So just click on the gear icon here, and you don't have any extra column. So say do not identify origin. This is required if you want to identify the old values to new values. Okay, records to new records. I don't need that. So I'll have this thing. If you see that I got an all option here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go back to my drop down. So instead of using this table here, orders table here, I will use orders from all data. So this is the new table which I have. So orders for all option. I select the same column which I have here, say region, and instead of this, you can just say don't include none option, say okay, and here you are. So now what we'll do, we'll have this basically an all option. So none will be gone. So if just refresh the page, okay, none is all gone. So you got all, central, east, south, and west. So this way, now what you have to do, you have to just link it with your data. So just say expression. So say if your document property is equal to all, then say region is equal to region, else document property, okay, else region is equal to document property. Say okay, and here you are, just say close. So when it is like all, it will give you all the data. So here we see we have all the data, numbers and everything. I'll just bring up the labels. So we got all these labels. I'll just say format. You can easily identify the numbers changing and all. So I have given this for short number format. Now for all, this is the data for all the regions. Okay, so sales by product subcategory is having these numbers. So highest is coming from office machines, which is nothing but like 1.22 millions, and second highest is chair and chair mats, which is nothing but 1.16 millions. Now I'll select central. Here you see I got highest coming from telephones, telephones and communication. Second highest is here, chair and chair mats. This is for central region. I'll select east, I'll select south, I'll select west. Okay, and now I want to go for all. I'll just click on all, and here I am. So this way what happened, I just created an expression using which I am able to get this all option. So this is very good functionality. This is more useful in such cases where you want to allow users to load data based on demand. So this case, we were already having some data. Some people might say that I could have done easily this thing like with the on data in the same table. But if you know that if you're loading the same table as on demand, what will happen? You will never get all the values. So if you want to see all the unique values of a column, you have to load it separately. And this way, what I have done, I loaded that table separately, took the pivot of that basically to identify the unique values, and then I just did a small union of the data with just a clipboard, and then I got this extra column which I want, which is having all the options, all option and all the unique values. Now this, tomorrow if my data gets more regions, let's say A, B, C, D, E and all that, all those regions, automatically this will refresh. So you don't need to manually change this again and again. So that is one of the functionality which I wanted to tell you in this session. I hope you might have liked this. You can apply this any kind of requirements. It's all your choice. And using this, you can even do the cascading filters also. So you can apply this cascading filters. Let's say you have region and you have state, which I can show you if you want. I can show you it in the next session. Please let me know. Comment it if you want to have the cascading filters. So when you see select all, you will have all the states. When you select a particular region, you will have the relevant states. So like this, you can apply in any of the cases. This is wonderful functionality. You can always get all without writing any scripts, and very easy. Okay. I hope you might have liked this session. Please, if you have liked, please share it with your friends, your colleagues, so that they can also learn something new. Thank you very much.